Spirits Book, Spirits Part 5. We're delighted to have you here at Your Spirituality, our YouTube channel devoted to offering insightful content on spirituality. This is our 11th video in the series to understand the teachings of the Spirits Book, a crucial element of the Spiritism belief system. Allan Kardec published the book in 1857, and it features 1019 questions about the afterlife and the nature of spirits, which benevolent spirits answer through mediums. In this episode, we will finalize our review of the Spirit chapter and will cover questions 114 to 131, talking about the progression of spirits. Let's get started. In the previous videos about the Spirit chapter, we covered the nature of spirits, their forms and realms, and their ranking orders. Spirits are intelligent beings made of ethereal matter created by God, coexisting with humans, and affecting their behavior. They are divided into 3 orders and 10 classes. Imperfect spirits are in the 3rd order, reincarnating until they improve morally and intellectually. There are 5 classes of imperfect spirits. Good spirits belong to the 2nd order and have 4 classes. Pure spirits are the highest class, having reached the pinnacle of spiritual evolution. All spirits are destined to evolve towards a state of purity, regardless of their order or class. The Spirits Book tells us that spirits progress and evolve towards perfection by gaining knowledge through trials. At the beginning, spirits are created in a simple and ignorant state without any knowledge. God gives each spirit a mission to gradually enlighten themselves with the truth, and bring them closer to Himself, which is the key to eternal happiness. Spirits gain knowledge by going through trials imposed by God. Some spirits accept these trials with resignation and evolve, others complain and resist, remaining stagnant, distant from perfection and happiness. All spirits evolve to become perfect eventually, but the time it takes depends on their willingness to progress. They don't remain forever in lower ranks. The speed of their evolution depends on their strength of desire and their submission to God's will. As spirits advance, they realize what has held back their progress, and once they complete a trial, they learn its lesson and never forget it. They may pause in development and remain stationary, but never degenerate. Spirits are neither good nor bad at their creation, but have the potential for either. They choose their own path towards good or evil through their free will. Free will, or freedom of choice, is the power that spirits possess to choose between good and evil, and it is essential for their moral and intellectual progress. God's wisdom is shown in leaving every spirit with the freedom of choice, so each spirit is responsible for their own actions. Spirits may choose the path of evil, but not because of evil per se but rather because of ignorance, not being able to foresee the full consequences of their choices. As spirits become more aware, they improve their judgment and start making better choices. Free will is developed according to the spirit's level of consciousness. In other words, free will gives each spirit the merit of their deeds. God approves and loves those who have strayed from the right path but returned, just as much as those who have always stayed on the right path. The temptation that affects the spirit to deviate from the right path comes from imperfect spirits who try to possess and dominate them. This influence follows the spirit through all stages of existence until they gain enough self-command that evil spirits stop trying to obsess them. Angels and demons. The belief that some beings are created perfect and superior is found in almost every tradition and culture. However, this would imply that perfected spirits have always existed at the same level of elevation, which is not true. According to the Spirits Book, angels and beings at the highest level of spiritual progress are not fundamentally different from other spirits. They have simply purified themselves and achieved a higher level of perfection. While all angels have gone through all levels of progress, some have accepted their missions without complaint, allowing them to reach the highest degree of perfection more quickly. The existence of demons, on the other hand, is questionable. The idea of beings created by God to do evil and suffer eternal misery contradicts the belief in a just and good God. If demons do exist, they must be created by God, but this raises ethical concerns. God in His infinite wisdom and mercy would not create spirits to suffer for all of eternity. The terms demon and devil refer to impure spirits, however their state of inferiority and impurity is only transitory. These impure spirits, as mentioned previously, can have influence on men and lead us astray, as professed by several religious traditions. However, these spirits were not created with that purpose, nor to be a counterpoint to God. They are simply imperfect spirits who rebel against the discipline of trial which they are subjected to, and will move past that point once they make up their minds. The Spirit's book reminds us that religious texts have symbolic and allegorical meaning, and we should not interpret them literally. Conclusion. In conclusion, the Spirit's book teaches that spirits evolve towards perfection through trials and gaining knowledge. Free will is essential for their progress, and God loves and approves all spirits regardless of their past choices. So, may we all strive towards enlightenment and the path of goodness. Embracing our trials with strength and submission to God's will, for it is through this that we can evolve towards perfection and eternal happiness. Let us remember that even if we stumble and deviate from the right path, we can always return and be welcomed with love and approval by God. Let us have faith in our potential for moral and intellectual progress through the power of free will and the wisdom of God. This concludes our overview of the Spirit's chapter. Thank you for joining us. We hope this overview sparked your interest and encouraged you to explore more about Spiritism. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell for updates on our future videos where we will review the incarnation of spirits. See you later.